it's Dolly Girly and welcome to another video. Okay, so as you can see by the title of this video and by what I am wearing, we are going to be looking at some Wicked dolls today. And I know that at the time I'm posting this video, the Wicked movie did come out in theaters like 2 weeks ago, so I'm sorry for being a little bit late, that is my fault. But yeah, before we get into the dolls, I thought I'd give a little story time on my experience with Wicked. So if you guys have seen my introducing myself video, I do mention that I am a theater girly. I was in theater and I really loved it. And actually, my first professional show that I ever saw was Wicked, and that's thanks to my friends who invited me, so I got to go see it with them, and I really loved it. And so when the Wicked live action movie was announced, I was so excited for it. And actually, I've already gone to see it. Here's a picture of me. Yes, I was one of those crazy people that wore green face paint to the movie because I love Elphaba as a character, and I had spent so long looking for my Elphaba outfit that I thought I wouldn't do her justice if I was in green. So yeah, I dressed up in green to go see the movie, and I actually got stopped whenever I was showing them my ticket because of my green paint. So they almost didn't let me in, but the thing is, I had gone the day before to make sure that I could be all green and they had said yes. So I don't know why they switched up later on, but yeah, luckily I was able to see the movie in green at the end of the day. So I'm glad, and it was a really great movie and I really loved it. So that was my little story time about Wicked the show and Wicked the movie. But yeah, about my Wicked dolls, I'm so excited to show them to you guys. I have had them for a while, and yes, I was able to get them before they were recalled, so they do have that website on them. But yes, I did get them on sale. I believe I paid around $20 for them, if not a little bit less, so I didn't pay the original $25 for them. And I do have Elphaba and Glinda to show you guys today. So yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Okay, so here are my Wicked dolls. I did pick up the Ozdust version of them. I got Glinda online at Walmart, and then I picked up Elphaba later in person at Target. Okay, so as always, let's take a look at them in the box first. Here's what the dolls look like displayed in the box. It's just a big clear window so you can clearly see the doll there and their extra accessories, and the backdrop for both of them is the same, as well as the rest of the packaging. On the bottom there you can see a picture of Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba and Ariana Grande as Glinda, as well as the Wicked logo. And all of the sides of the boxes, like the top and the sides and the bottom, are clear so you can see the dolls through all sides, except of course for the back of the box, which is green with some pink and gold accents and beautiful swirl designs. And then each of the dolls get their own description there in the middle. And then instead of putting the warnings and information on the bottom of the box, you can find all of that on the back with the barcode as well, and the website, which I am covering. Here's a better look at the dolls in their boxes, and if you're an inbox collector, the box measures about 13 inches tall, about 8.5 inches wide, and about 3 inches deep. But yeah, now that we've gotten a look at Glinda and Elphaba in their boxes, let's go ahead and unbox them. Okay, so I briefly mentioned that these dolls were recalled, and I did mention a website, and that is because on the back of the box, Mattel made a very big mistake. And basically, for those who don't know, instead of putting the website for the movie, wickedmovie.com, they put another website which happened to be an adult website, and this being a kid's toy didn't go over well, so they were recalled. So yeah, the entire first batch of Wicked dolls unfortunately had this mistake, so they were all taken out of stores and down from online websites for a while. And I was able to get my dolls before they were pulled from stores, so they do have the website. And some people say that these boxes, these variants, could be valuable because they have that on there, but I still unboxed them, so I'm sorry, but yeah, that was the controversy with these dolls. Okay, so here's what both of the backdrops look like. I did go back to try to fix them after I took the dolls and everything out of the box, and yeah, you can see that they're both the same. And here's a better look at the descriptions from the back, and these are the pieces of the packaging that I kept for scrapbooking. And here's Elphaba and Glinda with both of their plastic packaging still attached on them. Elphaba's hat did have some plastic attached to it, but I did take it off already. And then here are Glinda's accessories. They are held in place on this cardboard with some plastic tabs. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at them, let's go ahead and keep on unboxing. Okay, so here are the two dolls fresh out of the packaging, and my first impression on both of them is that they really translated from the movie. I think with both of the face sculpts, you can tell that they are supposed to be modeled after Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, especially Cynthia Erivo. I think she looks so much like her. But yeah, I think they're really cute overall, and I can't wait to get a closer look at them, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here are both dolls in the poses that they came in and wearing all the accessories they came with. And here they are out of their poses. Let's take a look at Elphaba first. I took off her hat so we can see her face better. color. Of course, her skin is green because she is the Wicked Witch of the West. And her face is modeled to look like Cynthia Erivo's face, the actress that plays her. Her eyes are a vivid green and she has green eyeshadow, freckles, and some green lipstick. She also has painted on baby hairs or edges. And her hair is pulled into a ponytail and it's made up of a bunch of micro braids in black and brown, which are so pretty. And as it is currently, it goes down to about her hips. Here she is with her iconic witch hat on. It is plastic and it just pops right on and off. So honestly, since it's just sitting there on the top of her head, if you were to wiggle her around too much, it would fall off. Here's a closer look at the detail. It is a pretty nice sculpt, and here's what it looks like from the bottom. And it's honestly not too heavy and it is a bit rubbery. For her other accessories, she does come with a plastic black purse that is rubber banded onto her. I took it off of the doll so we can get a better look. It's in an asymmetrical cut and does have a little handle up there for the doll to hold, and the strap is actually adjustable so you can pull it out and adjust it to be the length that you want it to be. Here's what the bag looks like from the back, and it is made to look like leather, although it's not. It's just plastic like I said, and you can see a few sculpted details there on the front of the bag. And by the way, it does not open. And now for the rest of her outfit. Elphaba does come wearing a black dress, and although it looks like it could be multiple different pieces, it's not. It's all just one piece. For the top part of the dress, there are 3 layers. There's this purple layer underneath for her top, and then this mesh overlay that continues onto her sleeves that has beautiful swirl designs, and then the top layer, which looks like this vest, and it is all sewn down, and you can see a few printed details on the vest. And here's what the skirt part looks like. You can see the same swirl designs as the sleeves, although on the skirt they're printed on instead of being part of the fabric like they are on the sleeves. And those printed swirl details on the skirt do go all the way around, and you can see that the top part of the dress is all just black, and you can see that the dress also velcros closed in the back. And lastly, for her shoes, she is wearing a pair of boots that do have a lot of sculpted details like straps and buckles. They have an asymmetrical cut there at the top and do have a square toe. Here's what they look like from the back and from the bottom. Elphaba doesn't come with a stand, but she can be balanced to stand due to her boots, and she stands at roughly 11.5 inches tall, not counting her hat. And she has 11 points of articulation with rotation at the head, shoulder, elbow, wrist, which by the way, her hands have a very unique sculpt. Her right hand is curved so she can actually hold stuff. But yeah, she also has rotation at the hip and knee. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Elphaba. Now let's take a look at Glinda. Let's get an up-close look at her face first. She has some pink eyeshadow, brown eyes, some blush, and orangey nude lips, as well as some printed on contour on her nose, and a little molded on dimple there on her left side, and she is modeled to look like Ariana Grande. Although if I'm being completely honest, there's something off about her face that doesn't give Ariana Grande to me for some reason. But I've seen so many people that have repainted her and she looks so good, so I don't think it's the sculpt. I think it might be the screening, but yeah. She has honey blonde hair, which is parted on the right side. It has a light curl to it, and she wears a half up, half down hairstyle with 2 pink clips of molded on flowers on the sides of her face. For her other accessories, she also comes with this pink necklace that has molded on flowers and pearls, and a matching pink bag that also has molded on flowers and molded on butterflies. The bag is the same on both sides, and it is all plastic, and she can actually hold it in her curved right hand. Okay, so that's pretty much it for her accessories. Now onto her dress. Here's a closer look at the top part of the dress. You can see that it's ruched on both sides of the dress and has some printed on sequin details, and the dress also has an ombre effect. You can see that it goes from yellow to orange to a coral pink color. This part of the dress is sewn to look like it's overlapping the other side. The dress has a sweetheart neckline with some mesh ruffles across the top and that go across the front of the dress and leads into the skirt. The skirt is really pretty. It goes from an orange to a coral pink color, and it has multiple layers made to look somewhat like petals. The edges are cut in this asymmetrical shape to also give that illusion, and they're not hemmed. Here's what the dress looks like from the back. You can see that it has some clear straps and velcros in the back and has that pink ombre effect there near the velcro, and that the ruffles continue on in the back as well. Lastly, now onto her shoes. shoes, she is wearing some heels. Here's what they look like up close. You can see that they come rubber banded onto her for extra security so that they don't fall off, and you can see that they have that yellow to pink ombre, as well as what looks to be molded on rhinestones. But yeah, here's what they look like from the back and from the bottom. Glinda doesn't come with a stand either, but due to her shoes, she can be carefully balanced to stand, although she is a bit more wobbly than Elphaba, and she stands at roughly 11.5 inches tall. She has the same 11 points of articulation with rotation at the head, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, and knee. Okay, so here are both of the dolls next to each other, and with the exception of their face, they actually have the same body mold. Okay, so I'm back, and my final thoughts on these dolls is that they are really cute for being playline dolls, and although I don't think that I personally would pay $25 for them, I think that the price is justified since they do have to license the Wicked franchise and the actress's likeness. But me personally, I am a little bit cheap, so maybe I would pay like $15 for them. I don't know, because they are a little bit better than a regular Barbie since they do have pretty decent articulation. But in terms of fashion and their clothes, it's not the best quality out there, but they are, like I said, pretty decent. So really, it's up to you guys what you guys think they're worth and what you're willing to pay for them. And yeah, as far as Wicked dolls go for Elphaba and Glinda, I think these are the only two versions of them that I personally will be purchasing because their deluxe versions to me aren't worth their price point and it's a little bit out of my budget. So I'm good with these two for now. But yeah, if the deluxe versions of these dolls were better quality and a little bit lower in price point, I would want to purchase them. But like I said, I'll do with these two for now. And I did think that I could try to recreate Glinda's bubble dress on my own. And I already have the fabric and everything that I got at the thrift store. I just need to do that, but that'll be in another video. And I don't think it'll be anytime soon if I'm being completely honest. But know that I do have that plan for her. But yeah, anyways, this is supposed to be a final thoughts on these specific dolls. And yeah, I think that Elphaba looks the most like the actress. I think her face looks so much like Cynthia Erivo. They did such a good job with her face sculpt, and I love how they translated her micro braids in doll form. And as far as the dolls that she got, I think this is the most accurate translation from the movie into doll form as far as like her dress. So yeah, I'm decently happy with her. I just wish that it could have been a bit more detailed somehow, like I don't know, maybe add different paint details in her accessories, I don't know, something. But yeah, I also do want to give her a petite made to move body, but I currently don't have one, so that'll have to be later in the future, and there isn't a green made to move body, so unfortunately she's gonna have to stay with this body, which is alright anyway. It has pretty good articulation. But yeah, overall I really do like the Wicked dolls. They're really cute like I said, and yeah, I'm happy with them. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of them. And with that, that concludes today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you won't miss out whenever I post another video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, dollies!